I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. And there are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. But maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Morning Coffee with your host Rick Alexander. That intro music, as always, was provided by Brittany Taylor, Barbell Brittany on Instagram. Give her a follow. Super inspiring. She does a ton of nutrition work and she's a great singer, and she shares that every Sunday. Today's message is about growth, peace, and fun. So I have been really lucky with my podcasting career and with the things that I'm doing in the athletic world, in the writing. And I've come across some really, really intelligent people that are much smarter than me. And I think that's a quick life tip. If you're the smartest person in the room, find a new room. I think most of you know that. But this is interesting. So I found, I was talking to this girl, and we were talking about what it meant to be growth-minded. Because I started thinking about this idea that I seem to struggle a lot. I seem to be in pain a lot, and I seem to never be satisfied. I'm always sort of looking for what's next. And what I came to the conclusion of is that that's sort of the price you pay to be growth-minded. You know, like, people don't think about that. A lot of people love the idea of being growth-minded, especially now it seems to be kind of trendy to want to like level up and better yourself every day. And I think that's a great thing. But the actual implementation of it causes a lot of stress in life because you're going to outgrow jobs. I literally left the military simply because I was not growing enough anymore. And I was making decent money and I had a lot of things that I wanted. But I knew for me that if I re-enlisted again, at some point I was going to resent myself deep down because I was no longer growing. And I know I prioritize growth among everything else. So if you're growth-minded, you're going to outgrow a lot of jobs. Hopefully you can find a job that you don't, or maybe the entrepreneurship world works for you. But that's something to think about. You're also going to outgrow relationships, because the fact that you're going to find someone else, the chances that you're going to find someone else that's growth-minded aren't really good. And then even if they are, the fact that you're both going to grow in the same direction, that's going to take a shitload of work. And so that's something worth thinking about. It's like, where does your mindset put you in life? And then what is the collateral damage of that? What is it going to cost you in order to live the life that you want to live? It might cost you things that people take for granted, like relationships and jobs and things like that. But even that is a tangent, and that's still not the main point of today's thing. But so she told me something in that conversation as I was kind of lamenting about being growth-minded, which, to be honest, I wouldn't have it any other way. But she told me something that struck me as profound, and it's something that I think you should think about today. So she said that there are essentially, and I know that she got this from somewhere else, but there are essentially three kind of mindsets when it comes to being in a relationship. And for this, I'm talking about being in a romantic relationship. Now, a lot of people think that whether you want kids or the other person doesn't, or where you want to live, maybe you want to live in California and they want to live on the East Coast, most of the things that people actually think really matters are actually just preferences. It's just a preference. Like, you can choose that you want to be with this person over having kids or whatever it is. But what's not a preference, what will make it so there's almost no chance that the relationship will work out if this isn't the case, is the category to which your mindset falls into. And the three categories are growth, fun, and peace. And the example that she gave is, imagine that you guys go through something really hard. Maybe it's a big fight, or maybe it's a diagnosis or something. The way that your mindset works in this situation is going to correlate to how you react to the situation. And so if you're ever going to get through hard times, which you know in a relationship, it's weathering storm after storm, then you have to think about that, because are you going to go through these things the same way? And if you're not, you're going to end up really, really frustrated. And so if you're going through something really hard and you're growth minded, you're the kind of person that wants to face it and to learn from it. Now, if your mindset is fun, then I think you're going to want to just blow it off and go have fun. You're gonna be like, screw this, let's just go out and party, or go out and do whatever we like to do. And then if your mindset is peace, you're gonna wanna put it on the back burner, because you're not gonna want to put anything above just having peace, right? And so you're gonna wanna just make peace in the relationship, in your world. Now, if you're both that way, that's a good thing, because you're both gonna deal with it the same way. If you're both fun, then you're both gonna be like, dude, screw this, let's just go have fun. And that's how tons of people fall in love, right? So I'm not saying that there's one that's better than the other, but what I'm saying is that it's extremely important that you know what yours is and you know what your partner's is. Now, I'm still figuring this love game out. I'm still figuring this life game out. But as I look back at a lot of the relationships I had that didn't work out, I realized that we were actually of different mindsets. And that is definitely an uphill battle. And so I think what I would do today is encourage you to think about what yours is. Like, when you go through hard times, are you the kind of person that wants to like face it and learn from it? Do you want to blow it off and just go drink? Do you want to just really have peace among all else, just to like kind of put it in the back of your mind and like, let's just do what we have to do to be at peace? It's something worth thinking about. It's something worth thinking about how you would react, how your partner would react. And if you're somebody that's looking for something more in life, or looking for a partner in life, maybe that's something you should start prioritizing. All right, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow on Morning Coffee.